What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sleazy here. We're going to start off this one with a little bit of a refresher before we get into the new games that are coming out that are, we'll say, lacking in DEI and wokeness. To put it into perspective here, we've got the Concord beta. Now, I did cover this. I covered all the issues with it. I've covered it in several videos on how terrible, how woke it is, and how this game was going to be an absolute disaster. And from the SteamDB charts, we can see that Concord didn't break 2,400 players during its beta. And everybody, even my comment section was, well, this is a beta, not as many people are going to play it, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, just tons of cope. But there is a new game that is utterly destroying their entire narrative that includes no DEI and is not woke and kind of pokes fun out of it. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it's still funny. But before I tell you what game that is, guys, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this one out, and let's talk about the game. So I've got the SteamDB page pulled up so everybody can see it. And if you're not familiar with the Concord game, let's take a look at their characters. I'm not even joking. This isn't Photoshop. This is quite literally a screenshot from the game. But this isn't the only one because we also had things like this. And yes, it gets even worse with things like this. Yes, you can see, packed with diversity, packed with fat, disgusting slob characters. And these are what you're expecting out of your woke DEI, your Sweet Baby Inc. style games where everything's based on inclusion and diversity and, well, making everything as horrific as possible. But now let's take a peek at a brand new game that is currently in closed beta and its character creation real quick. As you can see, the character creator is well, absolutely fantastic. There is zero wokeness infecting the character creator. They're quite attractive as compared to Concord. And yeah, the fat options, well, I say the fat options, but the extremely obese has to be in their body type is not. And what game am I even talking about? Well, it's Mecha Break. Mecha Break, an indie game with an all-time peak of, in their closed beta, almost 10,500 players. 10,500 players. It's a niche mech fighting game with a custom character creator where you create your own pilot and you fight other mechs. Did so much more than your woke DEI nonsense that's pushed out by Sony and Firewalk Studios. And as a matter of fact, it is doing so well that even IGN is saying it's a good game. It has nothing to worry about. When even IGN, that panders to the woke mob, can't come up with anything bad about the game, you know it's going to be a decent game. And I say decent because, like I've said before, I compare everything to how it used to be. This is probably going to be a decent game. I don't think there's going to be anything groundbreaking that I've seen, but it's going to be a decent game to play. But I will say that IGN has done something terrible with their coverage on this because they aren't willing to show the character creator. A lot of their images are, you can see the mech fights, which look absolutely fantastic. I don't have any problem with that. But they aren't showing the character creator. I couldn't imagine why they wouldn't want to show the character creator. But maybe it has something to do with the articles that they had previously wrote about the Concord game. Maybe it's because they went full shill for the Concord. Maybe it's because they kept talking about how fantastic all the characters were. Maybe it talked about how good their character designs were. Maybe it talked about how almost nothing but characters and very little about gameplay. Sure, it said there were some balancing issues, but the gameplay was boring, the characters were awful, and they shilled for all of it. But when a game like Mecha Break comes out and it has absolutely stunning characters, absolutely gorgeous fight scenes between mechs, some reason IGN doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, that wasn't meant to play yet. Anyway, so I was jumping over to the Steam page. So there currently is no planned release date, but they do have a playtest open. Yes, I have signed up for it. I will absolutely give the game a try. If not for the character creator alone. But it is a mech fighter. Mechs hold a special place in my manly heart. Giant fighting robots. You gotta love it. So this studio has made at least one game previously, and it's a mobile game, and I don't care for it. I'd rather play on my PC. But that game seems to be doing fairly well as well. So I'm gonna give this one an honest shot. Maybe it's something a little different than what they're used to doing. Maybe they're trying something new. But yeah, I think this is gonna be one we have to try out, guys. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. While you're there, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.